As you could see, the big news right now is that Bitcoin fell almost $300 in a matter of 5 minutes. So $286, let's get it right there. Here we go. $293 in a matter of 5 minutes. Now, I've seen all over the place all the different theories on what this could be. What whales did this? What one entity did this? Who could have possibly done this? Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And let's start this week off. Now, this morning we got a little bit of a red shock right on the board. I got up, I took a look at the charts. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning and I'm laying in bed and I see, boom, Bitcoin down to 9,800. And I'm like, oh, okay, something happened. Let's take a look at this. And I start peeking around, looking at the price to see that it moved down pretty quick this morning. And then I start peeking around on Twitter, peeking around on YouTube, see what people are saying about it. And we've got every theory out there on why the price fell. And it's funny how fast we can come to some kind of crazy conclusion or some type of theory on what happened. But first things first, let me tell you, everything is fine. It's all just normal market behavior. And when we see this much green on the board, it's very common that we do see some red. So don't be a victim of the FUD that does come out and the negativity that comes out in these kinds of times. I do see it every time. It doesn't matter how much red you see on that board. It can be just a half a cent or a quarter of a cent. It doesn't matter. It just triggers some kind of emotion in people to really come out and start spreading stuff. So just, keep your own emotions in check, and trust me, all this stuff is just normal. And in this video, we'll kind of talk about it and kind of figure out, you can maybe help figure out what your own game plan will be, and probably put a little bit to ease on why Bitcoin would make such a big move in such a short amount of time. And it's really a very, very easy thing to explain. So, all right, so let's take a look at XRP. We'll take a dive into here. Well, wow, what a huge move down, right? I mean, we've moved all the way up here. We've moved down that far. Not a big deal. Let's take a look at this again real quick on the Fibonacci retracement levels. You could see that XRP has made its way up in here to the yellow and not quite up to the 0.382 Fibonacci retrace zone. We could see on that past fractal, that's exactly what it did here. It came up to the mid to higher level of the yellow, right? It never actually got up to the 382. It came up here and then we came all the way back down. So just below this red area right into here. And that's what's on my radar for happening right now. So I'm expecting that that's a very real possibility. Look how high up it came. Right up here, never quite to the 382. We come up here and we look. Same thing. Right up here, not quite to the 382. The only thing missing on this chart compared to the past, which this fractal is identical to the past, and if we're going to continue remaining identical, we would need to come back down in here. And then we can come up and start playing with this region right here. And then this right here, this is where I would expect case dismissed. Show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. And that's what I would expect. I would expect case dismissed and gone. So we'll see. But as you can see, if we do look at that fractal, the only thing missing on this chart compared to the past is a move back down to here. Get your sentiment in check and be prepared for something like that. How would you handle that? Would you handle that by being emotionally distraught and upset, or would you handle that by being prepared and you may be out of money to put into this market. I can totally understand that. Like, seriously, I can understand that. But, if you had some money that you were wanting to put in, that might be a good opportunity to do it, at least for me. So I'm not going to give you advice to do that. That's what I'm going to do that. And that's my line of thinking and that's my opinion. But let's go ahead and take a look over at Bitcoin so I can kind of show you what I see over on that and what happened today. Now, I want to show you this on the Bitcoin price chart. As you could see, the big news right now is that Bitcoin fell almost $300 in a matter of 5 minutes. So $286, let's get it right there. Here we go. $293 in a matter of 5 minutes. Now, I've seen all over the place all the different theories on what this could be. What whales did this? What one entity did this? Who could have possibly done this? And if you watched my video on Friday, I explained exactly why these types of moves occur, and here I'll show you exactly why. So we're going to move on over to this side of the chart. and take a look at it like this. So this is Bitcoin and its big old climb, but let's zoom in on this portion right here. And I'll show you exactly why these types of things happen, and I can prove it to you. So here we go. So you've got a trend starting right here. So traders are going to see this trend. They're going to see these higher lows coming in, and they're going to say, okay, I'm going to get into this trend, and I'm going to buy right here. And then I'm going to place my stop loss right down here at the bottom of this, because as long as we're making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows, I can keep this in here. And as the price moves up, they can move their stop loss up higher. Same here. We move our stop loss up to here. Then we get a really big breakout, right? So then what happens is we get a stop loss placed right here. Notice how it breaks through this stop loss really fast. But now we've got a new spot. We've got a new spot. This is now our new stop loss for all these traders. Some people did get stopped out right here, and you can see that by the high volume break below this low right here. So then now we have our new stop loss for everybody moving up here. So if this level breaks right here, if this one breaks, it'll trigger a sharp move down. Then it'll trigger this one and it'll move a sharp move down. Then it'll trigger this one and a sharp move down. And you can see how tightly packed all of these are. And so if this one breaks, we're going to break this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We're going to break them all. So what happens? Where does the breakdown occur? The breakdown occurs from right here, right at this exact location of where this break is. You can see it. They're at the exact same spot of where this massive $300 break starts. We come down and we break this level, we break this level, and we break this level, and we break this level, and we break this level. And look, we do even take out the stop losses that were set right on that one. Look at it up close. It took it out. So this is not some single entity that has caused this. What happens is whenever you say, hey, I'm going to make an entry on this trade, you log in and you type in, okay, if the price goes below, in this example, $9,838, sell. And so what happens is one will sell, then the next one will get triggered, and the next one will get triggered. So this happens in a flash. Let's see how long it really took to happen. Look, it only took 2 minutes. Why did it take 2 minutes? It was not a bunch of panic selling. It was all the stop losses getting triggered from people placing stop losses underneath this trend. So I hope you guys can understand that and you can see that it's not some type of panic. This is what happens in bull markets. People get into trends and then stop losses will get triggered and then it'll take the price down really fast. And I did discuss this on Friday in my video then. So I know that's the first thing that most people are going to see today when they wake up or when they check their stuff when they get to work is that, hey, there was this big move, what happened? And then there will be a bunch of wild theories out there on what occurred, but you can clearly see it was just stop loss triggering. So let's move on from that. Let's look over here at the total 2, which is the altcoin market cap. In yesterday's video, I posted just a quick little 6-minute video on a Sunday to show that, hey guys, we have the golden cross on the 50 and the 200-day moving average, which is absolutely crazy. It's on the daily time frame, so that's a bigger time frame and it's a big monumental move for the altcoin market to have. So we look at something like this, when you look at this kind of move, even when we go down on smaller time frames, you can see it still is just way above all these trends and it looks great. We go down to the 4-hour and look how high above the 4-hour we still are, even on the 2-hour. So finally, once we get down to the 2-hour chart, we could see that we're resting on top of the 50 moving average. So really, is it a big move? No, not at all. Everything is still great. You just have to get some consolidation. You can't just go up in green lines. And you can even look back at past bull markets and just see that you don't just get straight green on the way up. You get lots of reds mixed in there with it. It's what is the overall trend in the end. And right now we're trending upwards. So all good. So hey, I hope you guys had a great weekend. We're just going to get this started off right here with this video right now to kind of explain away what exactly happened. There was nothing, there's no conspiracy, there was no single seller who did it, there was no whatever theory comes out there. It was just stop loss triggering, and that's what happens in bull markets. So now we've found our support. Now it's time to start building a base and start grinding up even more. So I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when I create new content. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.